Okay, with Caitlin Clark missing the All-Star game, missing the three-point contest, there's a lot of bad and sort of provocative information going forward that's just going out there just because people want to kind of, there's a lot of bad faith acting going on. But man, salute to Caitlin Clark. She wrote this beautiful letter to her fans and to the WNBA community, letting everyone know that even though she's not going to participate in the three-point contest, she's still going to be available. She's still going to be on the sidelines. She's still going to be at events. The CBA meeting is either underway or have been completed, and she was there. So, like, she's a class act, man. Like, I understand that rival fans go after her because of fandom, and fans are tribal. But you still have to, like, when you remove the layers away, you still have to understand that this young lady is a class act, and she's a perfect ambassador for any organization. Like, I want, like, for my company, I will want her as a person that I can use as, I would sponsor her, for lack of a better terminology. I would want her a part of my company in any way, shape, or form. Whether or not she could even be a bad player, and I would want her because she carry herself well. She's media savvy, and she understands how to keep that connection with her fans, and that's why her fans are so rabid behind her. I know you guys a lot of other player fans are kind of frustrated at her fans because they seem very rabid, but she connects with her fans and she wants her fans to be entertained, and she does her job well. So salute to her, man. Thank you, Caitlin Clark, for this. Okay, what I really want to make sure that we understand is just that Caitlin Clark is an anomaly of a player in the WNBA. We've seen great players before. We've seen um, awesome shooters before. We've seen great passers before, but we've never seen this combination of an offensive threat and basketball IQ with not discernible. It's not discernible. She doesn't seem like she's gonna do to you what she's gonna do to you, and she's great for the sport, and we appreciate her. But one thing that we have going on now is we have a lot of content creators, bad faith actors that are trying to promote this narrative that Caitlin Clark is hurt mainly because the referees are allowing her to be beat up. The referees are cheating her. Her teammates do not have her back, and everyone is just out there to destroy her. And that's just not it, man. Okay, you got to understand that when you are at the top, which was a rookie, and she broke 62, I believe, records in one year. That elevated her to the top of the food chain. And when you're at the top, there's only one way left to go, and they're trying to pull you down. Not nefariously, but the fact that I need to get up there too. Every WNBA player, every athlete that's a part of this organization is trying to get to where she is. And if that means I got to go through you, then I will. So they're going to play her harder. They're going to do everything that they say they're going to do. Okay, let's hit this point. I want to show you something. Like, if I Google the timeline of Caitlin Clark's injuries, the timeline starts here, May 24th, was Clark sustained a left quad injury during a game versus the New York Liberty. But see, that's misleading because that's not where her injury started. See, this would give credence to those that saying that she's only hurt because they're following her hard, they're playing her rough, and they're not allowing her movement. They're not allowing her freedom of movement. And that's further from the truth, because if I come here, uh, Caitlin Clark missed the first preseason game. And she missed the first preseason game due to an injury. That means that her first injury happened before she played a game. The much awaited debut of Caitlin Clark, second WNBA season, will have to wait. Clark has officially been ruled out for the Indiana Fever's opening preseason game against the Washington Mystics with a lower left leg injury. Now, that's key. It's a lower left leg injury. That means that the injuries that she sustained throughout the rest of the season it can be connected to that. So, but I said that and I pointed that out just to let you see that her injury started before the fouls, before the bad ref calls, before the misuse of minutes with her coach. It started during training. And here's something I wanted you to see. Caitlin Clark shares the three factors that made a huge difference in her off-season workout. Okay, it's all known that it's known that Caitlin Clark put on some muscle weight in an attempt to handle the load that she believed that she was going to have to handle, meaning that she knew that there was going to be some tugging, some physical contact, and she wanted to be able to handle that. But that weight journey, people see us playing basketball 2 times a week, 3 times a week, but they don't see all the little things. And that's a quote with her referencing how she has to get her body in shape and be ready to handle what she's going to be facing throughout the year. Okay, there's a photo, and this quote is talking about how there's a photo of Caitlin Clark. She was seen and her biceps just looked enormous, and everyone was wondering, like just taking an idea how she put on so much weight during the off season that it was noticeable that Caitlin Clark's muscles became a trending search. So that's why I wanted you guys to see that okay, her first injury happened before the season started. Now, what that means is, okay, let's go back to this timeline again. Okay, this is May 3rd. Okay, so that means she missed the first preseason game, which was on the 5th. So she was ruled out on the 3rd. And on the 3rd, she was ruled out, and she missed that game against the Mystics. And she came back 2 days later. She played against Brazil in Iowa. And during that Iowa game, that Brazil game in Iowa, we all witnessed her. Once she first got out, we witnessed her having to use the bicycle to keep her legs warm, and we've never seen Caitlin Clark have to do that. So I'm saying that to say that she was injured before the season started, and the problem with that is they did, I think now we can speculate whether or not it was due to ratings, due to pressure of the team, due to pressure of the league starting off on a good note, or maybe just playing Chicago. She wanted to kick their butts again. Something was there to make her say, okay, I'm gonna play against Chicago. And and she started the season off against Chicago, and on May 24th, she sustained a left quad strain, a game against the New York Liberty, May 24th. So we went from May 3rd to nearly 21 days later, she's injured again, which will cause her to miss 2 weeks, right? She was out for 2 weeks. Okay, in those 2 weeks, Clark would be out with a quad strain. June 14th, she comes back to play. She missed those 5 games, and she tweaked it again against Seattle June 24th. Okay, now we're seeing a pattern here, but it's a left groin in a game against Seattle. We remember that play. Erica Willow kind of pushed her down at the last second where she shouldn't even been in a game, but she was trying to, I believe it was a free throw situation. She was in there to kind of like to get fouled, but she ended up getting hurt. Okay, July 9th, Clark returned to action after missing 2 weeks with a groin injury. Okay, during that game against Connecticut Sun, Clark appears to re-injure the groin on the right side. That's just now July 15th. So we seeing the timeline here. And remember that July 15 injury, that's when she threw a backdoor cut to, what's her name? Kelsey Mitchell. And it's just a normal pass, and you've seen her tweak that groin. But this time it was the right side. So I said all that to say this, and I'm going to stop this because this video is getting long. But because this is going to just be a part 1. If you're injured on May 3rd and you're not fully healthy, your body's going to be straining, and you're trying to hold yourself together throughout the rest of the year. And as we see, that just did not happen. Her body just continually broke down as she went through the trials and tribulations of this injury.